Hi, welcome back to a new part of our tutorial series to build an e-bike in Blender. Today we want to try that here. So we begin with this part here. So I make your screencast keys on so you can see here each what I type on the keyboard. So add mesh and cylinder. Add mesh cylinder. 24 is okay. Scale down. Bring it to position. And you see when you look at them that it's not completely straight here, there's a little bit rounded. So we go in here and make a loop. Control R to make a loop in and a little scale on it. Then we have that little stuff there. Then we want to have a middle part and the side part too. So we go in edit mode, get this loop here, Shift D, make a copy of them, bring them here to middle point, scale them a little up, should be a little bit greater than the other one. Then we go downwards, so extrude down to that point maybe. Then we take, with L, you can select the whole object, Shift D, make a copy of them, bring them to the side here, same distance as the other one. Good. Then we bring that in front that we see that better. Then we make here some connections, but this one should be a little bit behind the other ones. So we click L, top view, and we go a little in the back. Such like that. Now we must connect here some faces. So I make that here a little bit back that I come better to my object there. So good. Now we want to connect faces. I said it before. And that means we say we want the face from here, here, and there to have a connection with there, there, and there. So if we want to do that, we press space, then search, then bridge edge loops, and then we got here a connection. The same we do on the other side. So this one, and this one. Is it the right one? No, that one and that not. Okay. Let's look from top. No, it was right. This, and this. And we go here to the middle parts there. That is that, and that. Okay, then we bridge them too. I think it was one back. So go back, take this one and that knot. So we have that knot, but that. Okay. Then we bridge. Zack. Okay. We got that. That is correctly. Now we get there in subdivision surface on modifier. You see what happens. He tries to make that round. We give them a smooth on. Don't care about that. That all leaves later. So now we have to extrude this top faces. So E to extrude and bring them up. We can scale them all a little. So we go here to individual origins and scale them so they all move together there. Then we make the same with the down part, so the down faces, E to extrude and bring down, and we are on individual origins, so we scale down and we have that here. And that is simply what we want to have. Sure, we can bring them more up, more down, like you would. He will accept that all. So we can try here with background selection when we grab that and bring that deeper or higher here, so you can tweak them like you would. Good. That is that. The only thing we have to do is to get this normal arrow stair out. So at first we go there and select all, then we recalculate them. Here normals UV, recalculate normals, and then the shading arrows are gone, and that is all. Here we must go a little bit out, so we take here extrude and bring them more out, so that we have there this high extrude there. Good. We have done that. We need here this cylinder, so we extrude that here out too. Then we need a loop to sharpen it up, so Control R, make loop in, sharpen up. We can take here loop 2, so that sharps that on the down part too. So we got that. From here we can go bring that out. So we take here this one and this one, and then front view, extrude scale, and extrude grab in the set, then make loop in to sharpen up there, loop to there, same on the other side. So we have that. You see here some steps on that we can build, and then we build this whole thing there. So we make some steps. We take here extrude scale, bring down, extrude scale again, extrude to bring it down, so we got that, then extrude scale again and extrude again to down part. A loop in, and then we got that. Same we make here. So extrude scale, extrude down, extrude scale, extrude down, extrude scale inside, bring out, and extrude again to sharpen up that. So we have that. That is good, like it is. Now comes the heavy part, this thing there. But we tried, sure. So we take here 2 cylinders that we start from. So we add mesh cylinder with 24. Scale them to the size that we want to have there. Then scale in the set. Then we see here it gets a little bit bigger, and here a little bit smaller. So we bring it in front. Get here face selection, the top face. Then extrude and scale it at the top. Then here downward we take extrude again and bring it down and scale it down. But it isn't that straight, it is a little bit round, so we get here a loop in and scale that up. Then we get Control B to bring bevel in and roll in the middle mouse button, and we have that bending effect there, that smaller effect there. Yeah. Good, we smooth that, We take subdivision surface level 2 on it. We need here a loop to sharpen it up, so Control R, make a loop in. Here the same at the down part, Control R, make a loop in, bring it to position. Now we must come out at the front. So we take here this faces here, but without background selection. We want not get the background with us. That will be not so fine. So I think that can be good. Then we extrude that and bring it on the Y. So we have that direction. Then we want to have a little space between the other things there, so we need a loop in here. So bring loop in there. Then we take the top parts and go with them out. So we take here face selection and select here this faces, and then simply extrude, bring them out. A little bit rotation on it in Y, and then extrude again, so we bring him to the roundness that we need to. So rotate Y, bring a little rotation in, and extrude again to the middle point then, and rotate in the Y. So we got that. When you see the original, that comes with a little bending in this complete direction. So that means we take this loop here and bring that to the Y. So we have a little bit bending there, and that is good. And when you see it is here a little bit smaller, so that means we can take here these two loops and scale them in the X. I must look. So make it manually. Bring that a little bit more in. That a little more in. And then we have more that sharpen outcoming expression there. And here we make it a little bit thicker, then it is thicker at the end as the other stuff there. So we got that, and that should be it. We have to double that only, and that was it then. Good. We have done that. So we can make here this outcoming thing. Here comes the brake on that we build it. So we only need to make that here. So add mesh cylinder 24 is okay. Scale down. Rotate X 90. Then we look that we have the right size. So we scale up a little, okay. Then we make it longer, scale Y. A little bit longer, scale Y. And a little bit smaller, scale, okay. Then we sharpen up that. Here we need no subdivision surface, but we need here, go back to medium point, to smooth that. And when we smooth that, we get shading errors, you know that. And so we must give them here some bevels, some loops, and so on. So to do that, Control R, make a loop in to get the range for the bevel. And then we can take this here and Control B, bring them, roll the middle mouse button, and then you have this bevel effect. The rest we make on the other side too. Oh no. Here we don't need it, I've forgotten. Here we will scale up that. So we scale that here, the last one, scale, and bring it more to so that has this banded effect there that we need there. Here at the front we need no smooth, we need here a flat one, so faces flat, and then this shading oil is gone. So that is what we want to have there. It comes out here on the side, so we bring them there in. Look from the top, we get here the back loop and simply bring them completely into. So we have that connection there. Good. That is done for this. So we see here these two guys. I don't know what that is. I must look in the original. There are no of them. Okay. Only that goes up. Okay. Good. So we let that under part there and simply that is for the wheel, and here it is bended to the front and then a small thing on it, so we will do that. We bend it here a little, so that means when we look from the side, oh sorry, we must first yeah, we will bring it to the front. So we get here this down loop, then we get proportional connected thing editing, and then we need here some loops before, so give here loops in that we can bend that good, and then we grab in the Y, and then you see we can handle that how straight it should be, and we can rotate that it gives this correct look. So we have that. Here comes a thing in where the wheel is fixed on. So we look from side and give them here an add mesh cube, scale down, such like that. We'll scale and set a little, rotate them. There will be fixed wheel. Now we need here to scale that in the X a little, so we only get that, and then at last we will to bevel that whole thing, so we scale set a little bit more, then we give them Control B, bevel, and roll them in the mouse, and then we got this. There we fixed the bike later. Here at the front we make it a little bit smaller, so that looks a little bit more nature, with background selection, without disable, without proportional. So then we have here to set the local axis, so we can scale here on the Y, and that's no problem. Good. We have done that. Sure, we need that in double, so we give here look how it looks with preview 1. That is not fine enough, so we give them 2 and apply that. Then we get this and this to it and apply that, join that together as one. Then with Shift D make a copy of them and say here apply the rotation scale. Then we take the mirror into active and change the direction. Now we have them both. We only need to connect them, so we take both and join them together as one. Then we take here these 2 loops here and delete the front of them. But we make it other way. We delete that all here. So border selection with background selection. We take that here and delete that. So we can take this both loops and take search the bridge loop effect. So we have that. Don't worry about that, it's a normal arrow. So we go in there, shading UV, recalculate normals, and it's gone. Good. And that was that. We bring that now to the other stuff. And look, it fits or what we must tweak then. So we then have that, and then we get here. Okay. And we see it fits. There's no problem. We can let it like it is. That is okay. Good. That is a black metal glossy. So that needs this material. Black metal glossy. Here that is plastic, a little bit glossy. So with L we can select all, but we don't want to. We take this one with background selection, that is important. Then that one and this one. That needs this black plastic, so we look here, black gummy, black plastic. That should be it, assign. And the rest, that is this silver chrome thing. So we got here to face selection, get this one, and this one, plus, and give them this chrome effect. We must look at how we had that, was silver, we call that silver rough. So we take silver rough and assign that. So we got that. That here is because of the loops that it needs. When we make here now loops in, you can bring that back. And the same as here, when you bring that up, you can control here this shading and there this shading. So that is okay. Good, we're done that. So thanks a lot and see you in the next tutorial part. Here we can apply the modifier and then we can join both together as one, and now we have one great thing. And give them an apply rotation scale and set the origin to the geometry. I think we make it a little bit smaller in the next part, because that is no mountain bike or something else, but we see that then when we make that. So thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next tutorial part. So bye.